Hey guys, since I'm not actually selling a house at the very moment and I've taken care of all that needs to be taken care of so far, I'm gonna bake some cookies. And I'm gonna make the oatmeal chocolate chip toffee cookies. And if you want the recipe, I will give it to you, but I kind of just improvise a little bit. So I'm gonna get started with my brown sugar and butter and sugar. I'm gonna move that down so you can see. Packed brown sugar and butter. I guess we're all gonna be home for a little while, so we're gonna have to find ways to be productive. I'm sure eventually I'll get to my closet to be cleaning it out. It's a shout out to Julia Oberweis for all of her home and office organizing needs. She does a great job. I think she's doing some things virtually right now, so that's pretty cool. Let me turn this. Okay. Oops, it was already up. Okay. So I'm creaming the butter and sugar together, sneaking from chocolate chips. So I've gotten this to a nice smooth consistency. I'm gonna add eggs, and like a rebel, I'm just gonna drop them right in. Let me lower this a little bit so you can see that better. But 2 eggs. If you can find eggs. I promise I didn't go out and buy all the eggs. So we're just gonna mix that until it's all put together. Oh. Scrape my sides down even though I'm using my handy attachment with the scraper on the side, but it seems like, oh Maisy, it seems like it's not doing its job. Okay. So I guess next time you get cookies from me, you'll appreciate them even more. Because you'll know how much love went into them. Okay, I'm gonna mix up my dry ingredients and I won't video that so you don't have to sit here and watch me get the flour and whatnot. Okay, I'm back. Here's my batter, my dough, I guess. It's nice consistency. And I'm gonna add the dry ingredients. So I mostly don't measure the salt. I can kind of figure it out, but the baking soda I am gonna measure, and that's 1 teaspoon. And then I just kind of, mix the flour and the salt and the baking soda together. So here we go. I'm gonna mix some in at a time. Get it incorporated. So since I'm making the ones with the, forgot to add the vanilla. That's me measuring about a teaspoon and a half. But since I'm making the ones with the oatmeal in it, I just kind of grind up some of the oatmeal so it's a little bit floury. And then there's some pieces. Thank you, Maisy. Thank you. And I'm gonna put, really? One moment, please. Okay, so the UPS man has put my dogs into a frenzy. But anyway, I'm gonna add the oatmeal in, and slowly the flour mixture And I'm just gonna wait for it to come together. And I scrape some of this off in case there's some flour hanging out, and then I can add the best part, which would be the Heath bar and the, ooh, that's gonna be good. The Heath bar and the chocolate chips. Okay, that looks good. So now, in an official measuring manner, I'm going to add the chocolate chips. And that looks right. And in the same manner of measuring, I'm going to add the toffee bits. Oh yeah. So I guess I kind of used a half a bag, but I need to check it out. I need my official scraper. So let's get a hunk of this and see what it looks like. Okay, so a little chunky. So you can see the oatmeal in it. I'm just gonna taste it to make sure it's good. Yes, I ate raw eggs. Don't do that at home though. I can taste the Heath bar in it. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back on for a second. Oh yeah. And that is how I make the cookies. So what I'm gonna do now, instead of like balling them out and putting them on a tray, is I'm going to take them and put them on a sheet tray, like on some parchment paper. And I'm gonna kind of flatten them out. You know how you get the ones at the store and they're in that block and they just break apart? So I found that if I lay them out like that and then put some like non-stick foil on top, I put them in the refrigerator and then I cut them up. Here comes Joey. And then I slice them up to bake them off, and then they don't spread as much and they're super delicious. So I will show you that momentarily. Joey came down to probably eat some of these cookies, or at least the cookie dough. Take one more look at it. Oh yeah. Okay, so I made the dough and I'm now going to put it on the tray. So I have this, oh really? I have this sheet pan lined with non-stick foil. And the non-stick works really well because guess what? It doesn't stick. So when I get this on here, then I'm gonna sort of flatten it out and I usually use the actual foil itself to flatten it out because this dough doesn't really spread very easily. So I'm getting my workout at the same time as making cookies. And Joey is taking the garbage out, which is what that noise is. I guess this dough probably doesn't look very good. Not very photographic. It's not a pretty color. But if any of you have tasted it, you know it tastes pretty good. So I just kind of fold this up and then use that to shape it. So you make it about 1 inch thick. Just kind of flatten it out, and then you'll see like when you peel it up. So I try to make it in a rectangle as much as I can, but sometimes that doesn't work. So if there's edges that are left when you're cutting them, then you just eat those and you don't have to bake them. Problem solved. All right, well, stay tuned, and I guess I'll be baking some of these after they chill for a while, and then maybe I'll do a recording of me eating the cookies. Sorry, since I can't give any of the cookies to anybody. Thanks for watching.